It's a new AVONTII The Way podcast. And I'm just playing. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's MAALIK right here. You know, it's a new AVONTII The Way podcast, and we got something very special for y'all today. I just want to thank Miss Tamara for allowing us to use her wonderful place of business to come in here and do our podcast today. Today, I got a very special guest for y'all. Her name is Jelisa, and so without further ado, would y'all help me to welcome Jelisa? Yo. How you feeling today, Jelisa?
I am elevated and highly favored. How are you?
Elevated and highly favored. I think I want to take that one today because it's smooth and it's flowing right off my tongue. So I kind of I really do like that. But just tell me where we are real quick, Jelisa, before we get into.
So we are at Essentials for Living Well. Miss Tamara, thank you so much for letting us use your space. Y'all, you gotta get into this Valentine's Day package she has. She says they're on sale until February 20th. You can make your orders. She got bath bombs, soaps, butters, sea moss, you name it. If it's for your body and to live well, she has it.
Sea moss. You take sea moss?
I don't consistently, but I did want to put it into my regimen. It is really good for your immune system, especially recently with COVID. I did try it for a little while, but you gotta get used to the texture.
I believe it, because I was talking to one of my friends probably like some months ago about sea moss, because he was getting into the whole business of actually like selling sea moss and actually crafting it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know some people that make sea moss gummies.
Yeah.
It has a lot of benefits and nutrients that you can get from it. You can put it in smoothies even. So yeah, it's got a lot of
You can definitely do a lot with sea moss, but that's what we were talking about, because it looks like that's the majority of what Miss Tamara sells is some sea moss. Yeah, because I was looking at the menu over there and I was like, wow, it's a whole bunch of sea moss, different types of sea moss.
Oh yeah, she got different kinds of gels, the body butters, bars, like scrubs, lip scrubs, body scrubs. I actually used one of the bath bombs a few days ago and I loved it. It was a blue.
It was a blue?
Yeah, it was a blue.
All right, well, Jelisa, since this podcast is the Way podcast, the who am I behind the business, the entrepreneur, the creative, I really want to get down to talking to you today, really free light, really unscripted. I just want to really get in your element right now. So can you just tell the people who you are, what you do, like what's your business? Who is Jelisa?
Absolutely. Well, Jelisa is from Winston-Salem. She is a locked, beautiful queen, educated. I actually went to school in Kentucky. My mom found a free tuition college and she sent me on my way. And that was kind of where I went as far as get my education and things like that. Now I'm a yoga instructor. I also have a small business where I do bookkeeping and taxes as well. So don't want to say a jack of all trades, but I can do quite a bit. Quite a bit.
No, you can say you're a jack of all trades. Like I said in our first podcast with Rakib, like a lot of people like to say, okay, if you're a jack of all trades, you're a master of none. But I feel like we are striving for being jacks of all trades, and we can master many things, you know what I'm saying? Because we always like to limit ourselves to certain boundaries or things that the world wants to place onto us, which are not true reality to me. You know what I'm saying?
We're all multidimensional. We don't have to be in this one lane. You're not just one thing. You're not just a mother or a father, a brother, a sister. You're all these different things to various different people, and that's just in your personal life, let alone just what you want to pursue as a career. So we have to remember that we as people, we have all these different dimensions of us of who we are, and it's important to be true to all those pieces of ourselves.
Yeah, staying true. That's why I started reading books, because I really found out that if I grew up as a kid, I could do a lot, you know what I'm saying, with ease, because I'm a smart person. Things weren't that difficult, for me to do. But if you told me to sit down and read a book, I would probably just sit there and stare at you.
Yeah, me too, probably.
Seriously, and just be like, I don't want to read. It's not that I can't read, but I don't want to read. But I honestly can say that I have been beginning to find the benefits in reading, because it kind of allows you to slow down and,
absolutely.
you know, really take in the moment of where you are in that present moment. You know what I'm saying? When you're reading, you can really go into a whole different place. And it's not just like a movie, you watch it for 2 hours and you're done. You read a book, you could be reading a book for, I mean, if in fact you read a book in a day, you can read it in a month, you can read it in a week, you can, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I really have seen the value in reading books because I brought that up because I saw you, you know, reading a book before we even started off
Yeah.
and stuff. What's that book that you're reading?
So I was reading the Yamas and Niyamas. It's a yogic philosophy book. And essentially it talks about 5 different principles for under each. So there are 5 Yamas, 5 Niyamas. And Yamas and Niyamas.
Yamas and Niyamas.
So that's a yogic principles that I learned about. I'm actually just kind of getting into the book to learn more about the different principles, but essentially it's what you do unto others and what you do unto yourself. So it's a very profound book. It definitely gives you a reality check, makes you, you know, sit back and say, oh goodness, do I do this? Or are there certain things in here that I know I need to change about myself so that I can be a better person to, you know, humanity, to anyone, to people that are in your life. So yeah, that was the book I was reading when I was reading. So what's the last book you read?
The last book I read was a Harry Potter novel. No, I'm lying. I would never. I'm not into Harry Potter and books and stuff like that. But In Pursuit of Purpose,
Okay.
Miles Monroe is the last book that I really found myself invested in. I'm not gonna say like because I won't necessarily read every book to front to cover, cover to cover. I like to skim sometimes because it'll grab me. Like I know what I'm looking for a lot of the time when I'm reading a book, and so like I'll find it, you know, relatively fast. But yeah, In Pursuit of Purpose by Miles Monroe, and it's really shown truth to me in my life beyond just, you know, reading the book and his experience. Like those are the type of books that I would enjoy reading. Something about real life, like what's really going on, and not necessarily what is being taught in like schools and everything like that. Because what you got something you want to say about that?
I mean, I did want to touch on what you said. You mentioned, you know, society puts you in this realm of you always having to be busy, always having to fill your day or your time with something, and just the act of picking up a book, or I'm a big audiobook fan. I can still be mobile with it, but you know, if the premise is for me to be present and to sit down and actually have that time, then reading a book is the best way to do it, because that's the best way for you to add value to yourself. But I would say the last 2 books I read were just very profound to me, were Black Privilege by Charlemagne and The 4 Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. That book really changed just my whole perspective.
4 Agreements? What is that?
So there are 4 agreements in the book that he goes over. The one that just sticks out the most to me is to be impeccable with your word. So basically what you say out of your mouth, your words have power. So you don't, you know, we complain, we all have our moments where we complain about things, about life, you know, the things that are coming at us, but it's really important to take that on the flip side and to have gratitude, to express gratitude of the things that you're going through, even if it is the struggle at the time, because the struggle is there for a reason. We don't like, you know, it sucks in the moment, it's not fun. But you don't grow in comfortable situations. You grow when you're uncomfortable, when you have to think on your feet, when you have to, you know, adapt and just make changes. So,
yeah, being able to adapt just makes you, and that's how you know you're alive, you know.
Absolutely.
Like on the serious note, that's literally how you know you're alive. If you can adapt to a difficult situation, like you said, see it on the other side. You know, show gratitude to your situation, even though it might not be the best that you think it could be, but it's still a wonderful experience that you're experiencing, that you're still here. It's a wonderful thing that you're still able to fight through these things. You can persevere. You know, at the end of the day, all hard times can do is bring you strength.
Absolutely.
You know.
So can a yoga practice.
A yoga practice, okay, so that's what we want to head next, yoga practice. So that's what you do, right? So what's the name of your business?
Highly Yogivated is the name of my business.
Highly Yogivated.
Trademark pending.
Oh, Yeah, so y'all don't, highly Yogivated. I know it's dope. I know it's real right. So y'all just keep that in y'all brain. You know what I'm saying? Highly Yogivated, where she gonna teach you a little bit of something, man. Y'all gonna see a little bit later when she teach me a little bit of something. But go ahead, keep on talking to me about highly Yogivated.
So I started highly Yogivated officially 2 years ago. I was living in Memphis, and I was actually going to the dentist. And I was actually editing a yoga video while I was waiting on the dentist to come in. And she walked in and she was like, "Is that you?" I said, well, yes, ma'am, it is. And I was like, "Yes, ma'am, it is." Well, it was right in her line of sight. So we just started talking, and I started teaching her yoga shortly after that. So that was kind of the kickoff of Highly Yogivated.
Like, wow, I can do this.
Shout out to Dr. Erica. In Memphis, she was my first private yoga session client after I got certified as a 200-hour yoga teacher. Yes, sir. So actually, fun fact, I got my 200-hour yoga cert for free.
For free? Oh yeah, see, it was just made for you. It was made for you. Look, it was aligned for you perfectly.
Absolutely. So I got that for free. I actually went to a convention in Arizona. So a lot of my friends know I went there, and I love Arizona specifically for that reason.
Never been.
I love it. You should go.
I need to.
Weather's perfect for hot yoga temperatures. A lot of people shy away from hot yoga because they're like, "You want me to sweat even more?" And it's like, yes, you sweat out all those toxins.
But people are like, lazy. People don't like to work out. But you want to have the body. You want to have, that look.
They want the
that
results.
feel.
They
You
don't
want
want
the
to put in the
result.
work.
Exactly. And I'm telling you, you could just do some yoga. That's not running around all over the place. That's not lifting a whole bunch of weights. That's you. That's managing what you got. Exactly. You don't even want to sweat. I'll do some yoga. I'll do some yoga, but the reason I can say that I'm not really into doing yoga as of yet, because I'm pretty sure you about to put me on.
Absolutely.
You about to put me on?
Of course. All
right, so all we gonna say right now, y'all, we recording this, so right now, I'm not really into yoga. I'm not really into stretching. I'm gonna just put that disclaimer out there right there, and I'm really not that flexible. So when y'all see me get on this mat,
see, here you go. I'm not flexible.
I'm not, but I will do it.
Get flexible.
Exactly. But I'm far off. Like, you know what I'm saying? My yoga days, I kind of miss them. You know what I'm saying? Them stretching days and stuff.
You don't go to the mat.
You don't go to the mat. All right.
Yoga to get flexible. You don't go to the mat expecting to already be flexible. But you don't go to a restaurant expecting your order to already be done. You didn't place the order.
Everybody, you gotta start somewhere. You gotta start where it hurts. You gotta start where it hurts.
First part of getting on the mat is two things I would say. Letting go of any expectations. You see yoga on Facebook, Instagram, pictures of people in poses, even me posting pictures in poses. But if that's not where your body is able to take you, you allow your body to take you where it can go. So release those expectations and accept yourself where you are.
Have you seen a very evident progression? And so when did you start doing yoga? Like, how old?
Like officially, like teaching with my
maybe just knowing that you like to stretch, because if you do yoga.
I took a yoga class in college. It was really nice. I didn't get into it right after that, but I did have to take the class, and I just realized that I enjoyed stretching because I'm not a big girl, so being in the gym lifting weights just wasn't something that attracted me at first. Now, don't get me wrong, I'll go to the gym and sling some weights, but just the ability to use my own body, breath work, and just the mindfulness practice that comes along with yoga as well was really what brought me back in. So I guess I could say about 2016, because I was looking for a way to work out. That's when Planet Fitness had just kind of taken off the whole $10 a month gym. Zero a month down. So that's right when they had took off. So I was looking for something a little different to bring in fitness and wellness into my life. So,
all right. Anyways, so my fault. We just had a little loopy in my head. My bad, everybody. But no, seriously about yoga. Like, I want to see if I can actually progress in actually being better at stretching. That's really been a key problem of my life, like all the time. Like playing sports, like in high school, You know, I ran track, played football, you know, just was an athletic person. But I wasn't that athlete that, you know, enjoyed the stretch. You know, there's a lot of athletes that don't like the stretch.
No.
But I was one of the athletes that really was like, I will BS a stretch. You know what I'm saying? Just so I won't have to, you know, extra. Because look, it definitely hurts. Stretching hurts.
So does getting, I mean, on the football field, so does getting bopped by a lineman.
But that's different because, like, okay, so you thinking when you're stretching. This is just my mom before today, okay? Because I'm gonna get out of that. I
We're gonna elevate your mindset.
But it definitely hurts. Like I can barely like put my foot straight without me like feeling like how strong that force is.
Feels, yeah.
That is strong.
Yeah. It's okay because you did not stretch prior to. Your muscles are probably still tight. So, like,
I can't say after I stretch, I do be feeling a lot better.
You always do. It's just like going to the gym. A lot of people hate getting there, but once you get there, you never regret it.
Okay, so we're doing a lot of talking about it. So you just want to go ahead and take this conversation to the mat?
Oh, I'm ready. I've been ready.
All right.